podcast started. No! The standard is the standard. We set the standard.
That's right. That's right. It is Prime Time Beef Huddle, and today we are live on location down at Winchester Bar and Grill, where this will be the post-game party place to be for your Omaha Beef, as they have signed on for the 2026 year. We greatly appreciate their support and their continued drive to see the Omaha Beef's success continue in 2026. Today, we have Coach Negron as our normal guest and a co-host. Welcome, Coach. We also have the in-game DJ. Some of you know him. Some of you might not know his name. It's DJ Next1. DJ Next1, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me. Appreciate it.
And then we have two special guests that are just on hold. They're hanging out in the waiting room, as we can call it. Well, you know, there's nothing about an environment without the DJ. And of course, here we are live at on location for our first time. Extremely sorry for starting late, but the atmosphere matters. And without DJ Next1, as some of you guys have seen, I did DJ this last year. And after that first game that I DJ'd, and I've DJ'd plenty of sports. I've DJ'd football, I've DJ'd ESPNU, I've done softball, soccer. Beef football is just different. If you know the Slaughterhouse, you know how different it is. It is all about that atmosphere that you said. So DJ Next1, once again, I have to tip my hat off. What you do for these fans and what you do for that atmosphere is a game changer.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's definitely, you have to be really prepared. I have a real drive and passion for it, which follows, I mean, just playing the sport itself. And, so, I mean, before the game, I have like, the goosebumps kind of thing. So I feel like I'm actually going to be a part of the game. So, I mean, as you know, you DJ'd before. We're actually right on the sideline as close as we can get. So I'm excited, to be there. So some of that passion pours into that music. And I'm really like 2-3 songs picks ahead of time of like, this is going to happen. I have these two options. Okay, if that's not going to happen, then I'm going to go this way. If that does happen, if they score a touchdown here, I'm going to play this one. So I have like 3 or 4 songs in a row already picked out. And then the off season too, I'm kind of going through music, what's hot right now, and then remixing a little bit, and then also staying true to the favorites, reading my crowd, make sure we get the crowd into it, singing and chanting. Then also, I mean, it's definitely one of the most, unique places I played as far as energy is the Slaughterhouse. And they definitely bring it every game, whether it's, it's going to be easy game or a tough game. I mean, definitely bring it. And it's a unique environment. If you haven't been there, I definitely recommend checking it out. I mean, it's as close as you can get to Lincoln on a Saturday. But so, I mean, it's right here in our backyard. So, and it's in the spring. I mean, what better than that? Exactly. I mean, let me have you answer this one question. And I know that, I don't know if you were part of those that might have claimed this prior to being an Omaha Beef, but there's a speculation, and I'll let you answer this on your own, a speculation that the Omaha Beef adds the noise of the crowd. What do you got to say to that? I've heard that. Yeah, we had a team come in that, it's a good rival of ours, really good team. But they accuse us of that, which is, definitely not what we do. It's we definitely bring the most energy as far as music goes and entertainment wise, but it's all 100% Omaha Beef crowd. They're loud. They're bringing the energy, and they're feeding that into our team. Our team definitely bleeds that orange and black right back on the field, and leaving everything on the field because our crowd demands of it. And I'm happy to be a part of that. It's every song is like. I try to make sure that every song is like there's not one throwaway song. Everyone is like purposely picked for that exact moment to really connect to the crowd and also the team. And but as far as like those allegations, that was the most far-fetched thing I've heard in a long time.
Very absurd, especially when you're a DJ. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can tell you as a person that came here both on the road as a visiting team and as the home, that's got to be the most ridiculous statement I've ever heard in my life.
You know what I like is this is show number 4 for us, and I love the growth that him and I are having. He knew the question before I was getting to the question. I was seriously going to go, Coach, what was your before you became a part of the Omaha Beef, what was your thoughts of the in-game DJ compared to where else you've played?
Oh, well, look, I'm going to be biased now because this is home. But
no. We don't need bias yet. We're going to get to your bias answer.
Right.
What did you think when you first visited?
I mean,
the volume control.
When I first visited, I hated the damn place. It's loud, right? It made it difficult to get play calls in, made it difficult to communicate on the headset with the other coaches. I'm going to tell you what I suspect the Omaha Beef coaches would have told me when I was visiting as a visiting opponent. You don't like the noise, then stop us and make it quiet. We'll be happy to be quiet when we stop scoring, but it's not our fault that our fans are excited about the results that the team puts on the field. And I get to say that now as the coach of the team, but as the visitor, when we came here in June of 2024, I came with another team. This was a game that determined whether we make it to the championship or not. When we were up and things didn't look great for the Beef in the beginning of the game, the crowd absolutely got quiet. But, once Tommy Armstrong did Tommy Armstrong things, couldn't get the Beef fans to shut up. So, it's that's just ridiculous. I can't believe that's a statement that's out there. And again, if you don't like the noise, you're more than welcome to try to stop us.
We actually had that same team. The coach spoke to the ref ahead of time because the championship game at the end, he accused me of music being too loud and then me playing the music after the huddle breaks, which I don't do. I know the rules. Like, once the huddle breaks, you don't play any music and I cut it off. But the loud, it's kind of just a tip to the hat to me of and also the production of Omaha Beef behind the scenes that we're doing a great job to where it did affect him and it kind of threw him off his game a little bit to where he's not coaching. He's thinking about the sound and some other things, you know what I mean? And it's like that extra work we put in.
What's your secret weapon? Your secret weapon is the DJ, and then this past 2 years we added a hype man to go with
man,
it.
It's great, and it's all that little extra work, you know what I mean, that Ricky puts in, the little attention to detail.
And I think about
really appreciate that.
DJ, next we'll talk about the championship game. That game was probably one of the best indoor games ever played.
Absolutely,
right?
It was
so the
close.
fans weren't going to sit down during that game. It was back and forth, and it went into overtime. So again, I don't want to go off on a tangent, but to think that we're, pumping any sound, it's just lunacy, man.
Yeah,
lunacy.
we don't need to.
Yeah.
Service not needed. Well, DJ, next one, what I really love is the connection that you and I have in the DJ world, right? Like,
definitely.
It takes a Jackal and a Hyde to kind of feed off each other, and I think the past 2 years we've done nothing but brought that energy to continue to make sure that the house fills it.
Definitely, absolutely.
The Slaughterhouse is a place that you want to come, you want to see, you want to partake. And here's what I also like. People have questioned about sellouts. We haven't had sellouts to where every seat is filled. We would love that, but Ricky already talked about it previously at the Fan Fest of just, you can give away tickets to corporations doesn't mean that they're going to use them.
Absolutely.
And they're allotted seats. So that is why you'll see sections. But for you and I, we could be playing in front of one and hyping up one person, or we can be hyping up 1,000. We do not change who or what we do.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's definitely just bringing the show, and everything else falls behind it. And it's a passion, and it shows on the field. It shows in every time, we do an event as well. And, hats off to you, though, man, for the last, 2 years plus, man. I mean, you've really been a great addition to Omaha Beef and doing things, and, I can just say I'm just really proud of you, bro. Like, I told Ricky, like, when he kind of asked me about you, I was like, dude, if you add him on, man, let this guy cook. He's just, you'll see. Just sit back and watch the fireworks, man. So it's great to see you work, man, and do all these things for the organization, dude. So hats off to you as well, man.
Well, DJ, next one, what I love is just the fact that you're bringing things continuously to the team. Orange Kingdom. How did that all come together? I'm sure the fans really enjoyed if they listened to it, right? You really got to listen to the words besides the Orange Kingdom. How did that come about? How were you able to make that happen?
Well, I mean, obviously it started with Kansas City, having that, the Red Kingdom. And then Ricky was like, I would like to have something like that, but for us. And then, so I was like, I can just redo the whole song. Like, just take the beat, redo the whole entire beat. And I kept the essence of the song so people can still relate to it. And then I was like, all right, so I got the hook, and I was like, well, do I do the verse? And then I had somebody actually signed up for the verse already, and then with his scheduling wouldn't work, and the season was starting, so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to do it myself. So I ended up, that's actually me on the song itself, and then recorded it, sounded great, and went from there, man. So it's one of the songs we like to play and get everybody hyped up, and it was great. Cool. Yeah, but it was all actually, hats off to Ricky. It was all his idea. So he just spent some time getting it done, and it came out really good.
Coach, of course, for you, atmosphere matters. What's the number one thing that you noticed coming in and seeing from a DJ like DJ Next1 and able to give your team some energy that sometimes you just need that? And I've said it multiple times on other podcasts or just things of what we do with emotions in music is something that some people don't understand because they hear just a song. But when we do things, it's an emotion felt atmosphere changing. So when we need the players to listen to what you got to say, we're sure the heck not playing that hyped up sound. Right. We're playing something that the family's going to get together. But when it comes to we come out for kickoff, you already know what's happening, So what do you feel as a coach and how important that is for you?
I just think that, music has a big impact on just athletes' lives. If you look just back at athletics in general over time, everybody's kind of got an eclectic sound that either gets them hyped for the game or brings them down from the hype for the game, or, that they need to hear, in preparation for a game. Tobias Taylor is a great example, man. He's in his zone before a game, listening to music and singing throughout the stadium and stuff like that. And that's kind of how we knew when he was ready, right? Because if we hear him listen to music, we hear him singing in the hallway, we're like, oh, it's on today. He's ready. But I think that applies not just to athletes, it applies to coaches. I have, my playlist that I listen to pregame. I have my playlist that I listen to during the week. And I just think that it has a major imprint on just sports and athletics in general. And then, bring in the component of hyping up the crowd. Like that's an intangible benefit about playing at home. Right. And look, we have the best DJ. We have the best fans. We have, in my opinion, the best venue. Those are all advantages that my team has that other teams don't, right? So, if you want those same advantages, then do what you can do to replicate it instead of complaining about what we have in our environment. That's what we do to maintain, we talk about the standard and competing for championships. There's little things within that process that contribute to that. Our in-game experience definitely contributes to why the Beef are consistently competing for and winning championships.
Well, I got to ask you now, Next1, of course, why Omaha Beef? What has kept you here? What brought you here? And then lastly, what's your favorite moment to this day with the years that you've done with the Beef?
Oh, those are great. What brought me here? I would say Ricky. He just runs a really great organization. I just fell in love right away. Actually, I came in indirectly because of with Omaha Kings. I am, the official DJ for them as well, and one of the representatives, cheerleaders, captains came and saw me at one of the games, and it's like we have to have this guy. And met with Ricky, and instantly we just clicked. And I just been in love with the team and the organization since. I've always, been a fan. As living an Omaha native, been to a couple games. A couple of my friends played for them as well. But to be a part of the organization really, took it to a whole nother level of love and appreciation. I've got to see the behind the scenes and how everything runs. And really, the show that they have organized, is top class, especially in our league. This is just, we have this entire booklet of what we're going to do during the game. I know the guys, you guys have your full booklet of plays and what, your
y'all got a playbook too.
Yeah, we got a playbook as well on the sideline, and that we're running through. We have all these different things, and then, and there's, timing that goes with certain things, and, sound that to have exactly at the right time, so there's a lot of production that goes on for, the behind the scenes where you just see the duck just kind of going smooth across the pond, but really it's like 4 or 5 guys moving their legs together in sequence to put on a great show. So that's what really made me fall in love with the organization and kept me here. Some of the greatest moments, obviously just winning the championship game 2 years ago at home, winning the championship game. That was really amazing. The first time winning a championship game, but I'll say one of my strongest memories was like the first day I came, first day I DJ'd here. I was actually set up on the sideline. They didn't give me a table, so I was like on the foam of the sideline. And then I was like talking, and I was like, "You think I'm too close?" You're like, "No, you'll be fine." I was like, "Nah, I think I'm too close, man." I was like, "I'm pretty sure I'm too close." Yeah. And they were like, "No, you're fine." So very first play of the game, very first play, the ball comes, they come, gets tackled over, it knocks right into me. DJ turntables fly everywhere. I grabbed my laptop out the way, but yeah, very first play, it took me like, a couple more plays to get plugged back in, but it took me out in the very first one. So after that, I was like, all right, we're going to sit back a little bit. I'm still on the sideline, but I have enough room to where, I can finesse about, 3 or 4 feet to where I'm not going to get like knocked out during the game. So that's exciting. So, but yeah, great organization, and I'm happy to be a part of it. So,
all right, we'll see if there's any questions online or any questions here. We got some swag to give away. If anybody has a question for the DJ, you're more than welcome to bring it up or ask online. I do want to say statement by the owner, Ricky Burtz, puts on here, DJ Next1, best in the biz.
Thanks, Ricky.
We'll always be thankful for the introduction from Moose, is what it says.
Oh, yeah, he used that for the podcast at the beginning.
So any questions for DJ Next1? Let's see here. Next1, you even have your own trading cards.
Yeah,
JK,
man. Yeah, shouts out to JK. That's really cool. My kids love those, by the way,
JK
man.
Personal Touch.
My kids love those. They actually give them out to friends, and yeah, that's very cool, man. Shout out to JK, that's man. Cool. Very cool touch on that.
All right. Anybody on live that has a question for the DJ? We got some swag to give away. You're more than welcome. Anybody? Ooh, no, maybe. No.
They're nervous.
They are,
No
not, I mean, what is there to
appreciate
ask a DJ? They don't know.
No, it's usually for a game I don't get too many questions. It's just go time. I'm lucky I'm in a box by itself kind of thing to where there's just
except for the ball girls.
Yeah, other than that though, but I'm just, they know I'm gonna do a good job, so there's not too many questions or requests, you know what I mean? So it's great. I get to zone in.
Do you take requests during the game?
From the teammates, from the team, absolutely. Okay. Especially when they're introduction songs. Yeah. If I tell them always give me 2 songs, because one of them I can't find that's edited, and the other one I usually can. So I'm like, and so it's everything wants to be, family friendly. And so as far as the request songs, the team definitely requests songs, and I try to squeeze them in during the game. And if I can't, I usually find at least the instrumental of it, so they get the essence of it and the little snippet of it in between plays.
All right, we got 2 questions to get you out of here. That way, we have one is, what's your all-time favorite mix by Clarissa Thomas? Ooh. What's your all-time favorite mix?
Oh, I would. You know what? I don't have an all-time favorite mix, but I just recently I put together that it's a remix of it's gonna sound crazy. I'll play it during the game though. I played last year at the very end of it, at the beginning of the game, but it's of a Soulja Boy song beat with somebody that I used to know, Goatee lyrics. And those just don't sound like they'll go together, but they actually go together so perfect. And that's one of the nice mixes. I actually don't have a favorite mix, but I just keep everything fresh and just try different songs, and see what songs go with different beats and everything. So, all
right. And Ricky Burtz goes, favorite hype song. What's your favorite hype song?
Oh, that's another one that got me. I guess got so many. Like I literally have a file I add for Omaha Beef. And I sometimes add to it weekly. So I don't have a favorite one. I guess it would be the Carnival mixed with the Queen, We Will Rock You. I play that one kind of on the 3rd, 4th down, and it has that chant with and it's kind of like it's our own signature thing, at Omaha Beef and Ralston Arena. So it's when you hear that, we're about business, and it has that clap and stop at the same time to get everybody else into it. And also the newer generation, they know that chant as well. So,
all right, we got another one here and one last one. Who is your inspiration when it comes to DJing?
Oh, that's great. I would just say here, a lot of people locally that gave me opportunity and gave me a chance. You know, I would say Mr. Soul was one of them.
Hold on. Say that one more time.
Mr. Soul would be one of them.
That's my mentor and who
I
I learned from very first. I went to the Omaha DJ Academy, and that dude
he's a really
makes
good dude,
you
man.
respect what we do
Absolutely.
more than anybody else.
Absolutely.
And he's still in the game, looking like he's 20s, but we know he
Shouts
is in
out to
20s.
Soul. Yep. And Bishop. I mean, there's all a lot of different DJs I got to see live and be next to, and also work with. Then also worked with indirectly through whether I was the club manager, or, owner, or also DJing with. That I got to pick up on certain things like, well, I like how he does that. Well, I like how he MCs and says that, and so I kind of piece my game from everybody. But really, it's all a lot of local guys that I would really tip my hat off to. And then there's a couple nationwide guys that I kind of picked up on. But really, I just kind of did my own thing and found my own voice. But I was inspired by guys here locally that done it. So.
Well, I'll give one more shout out before you head out. And that was, I did a wedding back on May 4th. And for those that know, May the 4th be with you.
Yes.
And we were meeting for a game. It was actually getting some game prep, because I was going to DJ my first beef game. And he goes, you're doing a May 4th, May the 4th be with you. I'm like, yeah, why? He goes, I got this mix. Yeah. And I'm like, come on, man, for Star Wars?
Yeah.
He's like, I got this house mix. And I'm like, no way, bro. And he's like, yeah, I got this house mix. It's like the theme of Star Wars with that intro, but it has a little bit of house music behind it. I want to tell you that couple was the happiest couple that I've ever seen when I dropped that, because it is something like that. And kind of like one of my favorite mixes when people ask is, I will go from Country Girl, Shake It For Me to Don't Drop That Dun-da-dum.
Yeah.
When you could go country and hip hop, or you could go that Star Wars to house. Yeah. Those are the things of why we do what we do, and we love what we do.
And it's just that original one moment in the part of their time. No one heard it in the whole entire building. Everybody's just dancing like, wow, this is amazing. And how'd you do that kind of thing? And it's great. Yeah. I actually had a Star Wars wedding on May the 4th as well. So like I had a lot of prep time for that. And I just like me, I'm not a gatekeeper. I love to pass it on. I love to open up the gate for many people as I can. So I'm like, dude, try this one out. And like, I already had it recorded, ready to go for it. And there was another trap one that I sent to you as well as like two of them. But that was, I had the same reaction too, man. So I'm glad that you got to enjoy that.
Well, once again, fans, let's go ahead and give it up for DJ
Thank you, Omaha Beef, Slaughterhouse. Appreciate you guys. Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
DJ Next1 out. Woo!
We're pumping in sound now.
Yeah, that's pumping in sound. That's pumping in. All right, Coach, you could scoot over here. We'll bring on some of our guests. Once again, we appreciate those watching the Prime Time Beef Huddle. DJ K DuB Omaha here. We just had DJ Next1.
That's pretty cool.
Man, I just think it's just the fact of just getting to know who the Beef family is, right? Of course, we're doing episodes kind of building up for that 2026. But without a DJ making an atmosphere, do you really have an atmosphere?
No, and I think, you said it best. I think it's important that people see the people that do the work behind the scenes, right? I'm extremely thankful for football and the team, and, that's the product. But it really does take a village to deliver the like I said, the game experience that you get to see on a week-to-week basis. There's a lot of people behind the scenes that have an impact on that, and DJ Next1's one of them. You're obviously one of them.
We're gonna bring that right here.
Yep,
you're good.
Trying to get better at this stuff. It's just nice to be able to interview these guys and give them their opportunity to shine.
Man, and then of course, if you're here live on location, we appreciate everybody out here at the post-game party place to be for your Omaha Beef for 2026.
Thursday special, smothered pork chop.
Winchester Bar and Grill. And if you didn't see Where's the Beef, make sure to check that out. We were here on Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
With the wife and the family. And Ricky, it just felt good to just kind of see the atmosphere on a non-post game day.
I love this place, man.
And they take care of us out here. Well,
shout out to Vicky and the staff.
Vicky and the staff always doing great things. I'm going to let you do introductions while I just get this light situation fixed. I'm going to add to the show. These are our two special guests, our players here. I'm going to let Coach do it. Let's see here. Can you guys talk? Let's check.
What's up? What's going on?
All right, so let me reintroduce the beef world to our latest re-signing, number 80 in your playbook, Brentley Allen. So thankful that he's going to be back for 2026. He's recovering from that foot injury. I forget the French name for it. I'm sure he'll tell us what it is. But yeah, whatever, man. Your foot hurts. But yeah, he'll be back in 2026, and that's an announcement before the announcement, because we haven't announced him officially yet, but we're doing it now. And then, of course, we have someone who was a teammate of his in the past, and they're going to reunite again. PJ, brought to us by Lux Management Group. He's sponsored by Lux Management Group. Shout out to PJ and PJ. I'll let DJ K DuB handle the questions and stuff, but I will shout out the fact PJ just is coming off a tough injury, but before he got injured, he made sure he took the MVP in the league he's coming from. So definitely excited about these two guys. And guys, welcome to the show. Thank you for coming in tonight.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
All right. Well, let's start with Brantley Allen. Brentley, we'll start with you. Of course, last year was your first year coming up to Beef. What was the beginning thoughts of you even coming to Omaha, and why were you wanting to come to Omaha?
Honestly, from being in Peach State a year before that, signing to the Carolina Cobras, some stuff happened in Carolina, and I ended up in Omaha. And I will say, I wasn't ready for the first home game. Like that was awesome. I will say I still have dreams about it. I mean, it was so cool, and PJ gets to experience it this year, so I'm excited.
PJ, of course, he just said you get to come up here. What do you know about Omaha before you get up here? What's kind of the word on the street? What's the thing that attracted you to decide this is where you want to come to?
What attracted me, I heard they was the big dogs of the Arena League. All I kept hearing is back-to-back championships, good organization, fan base. So it's just something that I wanted to be a part of.
Now you guys played together. Coach brought that up. Mm-hmm. What was the first time PJ meeting Brantley, and what was kind of your thoughts? Of course, the best combo is a quarterback and a wide receiver, but you got to make those connections, and it's not always something that you just gravitate to. It's something you got to build to. What was that like for you as the quarterback?
Believe it or not, the first time I met Brentley, I was his backup receiver.
Say that louder for those in the back. You heard it right. He was the backup to Brantley.
Yeah, so before I got moved to quarterback, we had a good brother-based friendship. So when we jailed at the quarterback receiver, it's just like it's always been there.
Of course, Brantley, you remember meeting PJ. He was your backup. What was that like for you? Of course, you're the starting, so you already have kind of the little swagger above him, but you got to be the big brother, right? You got to be the leader.
No, I'm not gonna lie. He was the backup to me, but the kid's a baller. He stepped up and he played quarterback for us, and we clicked right away. And I'm actually excited that he's in Omaha with us, because hopefully we can click again. You know what I mean?
So of course, preparation, coach, you look at they have a little bit of chemistry. That's a start, but it's a chemistry that has to come back. What's some of the key things that you think? One, obviously we know we got to get Brantley back 100%, but what's some key things that made it important for you to find someone that's comfortable with people that are already in the organization? Because the leader of your team is your quarterback. And of course, we're not looking for someone to replace QB1. Right. We've already stated that. We're looking for someone to take the reins and be the leader that you need on the team.
Yeah. Look, I think each of them contributes to that culture that I talk about all the time in a different way, right? So Brentley has already been with me, right? He knows the expectations. He knows what I mean when I say the standard. He knows I'm constantly looking for ways to elevate what we're trying to accomplish in Omaha. He also knows that I'm chomping at the bit to get on the field and coach a game, especially the way our season ended. Brentley brings to the table, he's the guy that if it's 3rd and 7 and I need to get a first down, I know I can count on him to get a first down. Even if he catches the ball 5 yards away from the first down marker, he's one of the toughest kids I know. He's going to get us the first down. His contributions to the team, look, there's the guys that are flashy, that they're in the end zone and they score, they do it. And then there's the guys that do the dirty work at the wide receiver position, and Brentley does the dirty work. And he wants to improve himself and continue to elevate as an athlete. So it was a no-brainer for me to bring him here. I want him to end the season the right way, not on an injury. That's not how the end of his Omaha career is going to be defined. So that's what bringing him back is all about. Bringing PJ, PJ's also coming off of an injury. I'll let him talk about that if he wants to. But I'm gonna say this with PJ on the podcast. Look at me in the eye, and I'll say it to him when I see him in person. Your days in developmental football are over. All right. I've brought you here to prepare you to eventually lead a franchise. I want you to learn under Demery Croft, who's a veteran who's been in this game, who knows how to play the quarterback position in the indoor game. And when you get healthy, PJ, we're going to unleash fury on the rest of the damn league. So,
yes, sir.
Don't this is no slouch on the league that you came from, but don't take any more calls from them because we ain't going backwards. You're coming to Omaha to learn, to lead, to help us win a championship. The minute you get healthy, we're going to find ways to incorporate what you do athletically on the field. And the Omaha, Nebraska is getting ready to learn who PJ Thomas is. I already know, and we're going to show the world when you get healthy. So, look, these are the type of guys that I want in our offense. These are the type of guys that I want to give my offensive coordinator. PJ's coming on here to help us improve the offense. It's my job to give him the talent and the tools to do that. These two guys represent that.
Man, what a message from Coach. Of course, PJ, we'll ask you first on that message and kind of what's some things that you think fans should really know about you, about your history in football, and kind of what's some of the goals that you're looking to set forth as you come back from the injury that he had alluded to.
One thing they should know about me is I'm hard driven. I never give up. I'm always pushing myself harder to be better than what I am. In a game of football, you can never be complacent. You can never be satisfied with where you at. You can always get better at something. I'm not looking to come to be, Armstrong. I'm looking to build off of what he already platformed and laid down, and just do my own little remix to it. But yeah,
I like that.
I just want to say that QB1 Tommy Armstrong is always going to come up a lot, right? He is just the epitome of what a coach and an organization wants in the face of the franchise. Nobody's ever going to replace that.
No.
But the man gave you a blueprint of how to be successful here, right? So, it's the same things I say about Tommy, I say about Ricky. The blueprint of success is here. All you got to do is follow it, right? So, these guys have a hell of a role model to look up to when it comes to Tommy Armstrong. But I thought PJ used a great word. We don't do complacent in Omaha. So if you're looking for complacency, you're probably not going to get signed here.
And then Brantley, how about for yourself? What's the one thing that fans should know that you've kind of worked on and you're looking as you're coming back, and something that you kind of learned about yourself in this last year here in Omaha? Of course, everybody on the stream is always saying, Brantley Allen, one of our faves, and I can tell you personally, between once Coach Negron came and you and of course David Ross, both of you were two that I felt a good connection of hard work, dedication, just going to do whatever is needed. It didn't matter if it was getting that catch for the touchdown, and it didn't matter that you were going to even get the ball. It was a matter of the win, how you were going to do it, and what your job was to do that day.
So yeah, man, I like Coach Negron said, like I don't want to end my career in Omaha with being injured. I felt like there towards the end when I started heating up, like I started learning the windows and the speed of the game, and I felt like I was starting to become a fan favorite, and and honestly, I love that everything that happened last year. I'm glad it happened because you best believe I'm gonna work my ass off to get back before that first game next year. I have to look at this scar on my foot every single day, and it reminds me every single day that we lost that championship game. And I couldn't be out there with my bros, with my guys to win that game. So you best believe I'm ready. I'm itching already. I'm out of the boot now, so I'm in PT. Like I'm ready. I'm ready to come back.
I have a question, man. When you come back, is your foot going to be healthy enough to continue to do that ugly ass touchdown dance?
You best believe.
I hope not. I want you to recover, but I hope you can't do that ugly ass dance.
He's gonna be doing that Charlie Brown dance that everybody be doing on
it's
TikTok.
so bad.
He gonna do that
Yeah.
TikTok one. Oh man, that's a good one. That's a good one. When you think of just this last year, Brantley, what was the biggest thing that you noticed in Omaha that was different? Without even thinking of Coach Negron, just the whole thing that you experienced here in Omaha. What was
probably going to say my stress levels were less, but no. Okay, go ahead.
what do you got? What Omaha for you?
I would say, seeing Coach, I would say that because that's number one. Coach Negron, like seeing him in Carolina and then seeing him in Omaha, it was like a whole different person. He was just stress free. All he had to worry about was football. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was one thing. But I feel like Coach Negron is a big part of changing the culture in Omaha. I felt like the culture, like from day one when we got there, some stuff was going on, and he changed that real quick. And I think a lot of people will understand, like, he means business. Like this, when he says this is his NFL, he means that. And when you're around him, you can feel that presence. Like he means business. Like this is his NFL. And I honestly, I would run through a brick wall for that man. So
Man,
I'm ready for this year. I'm ready for 2026.
Let's go to work, kid. I'm ready too.
I like that
go to work.
message. PJ, of course, you haven't met the fans yet. What's the one thing that the fans should know about PJ just outside of the game? I think that's something that I always want to reflect with every player that we get on here. One, they got to understand who you are off the field, because once they understand who you are off the field, it makes the on-field connection even better, because then they can relate. Let's say you like media videos like our boy Rock who did last year. We got him hooked up with the right people, and it was something I always enjoyed seeing. What's the thing for PJ Thomas that people should know?
I'm very humble, but at the same time, I'm a comedian on the low. I got jokes for days. I mean, I keep you laughing for days. Then I'm kind of, I like giving back to the kids because I'm a girl's dad myself, so I like giving back to the kids as well.
Oh man, that hits hard.
Wow.
Brantley, what's the one thing that you think Omaha Beef fans didn't know about you off the field that they can take in their back? Oh boy, he makes it. Oh boy.
Well, I mean, I was gonna say, a lot of people probably didn't know that I danced, but Coach Negron don't like my dance, so
I guess if you want to call that dancing, all right.
Well, the wife actually chimed in. She said, "Go ahead, Brantley, do the dance. Do your dance."
Yes.
So you're telling me you've done some bushwhackers and probably some of dancing like that, or no?
Yeah, I mean, I hit the slinker.
Oh my God.
Pull the lawnmower.
Oh, he said the school bus. He said, "Come on."
I would say,
Coach is ready. He said, "Go ahead and do that."
Listen, if he's doing that, that means we're scoring. So I gotta get good with it, I guess.
Yes. Hey, we got to come up with a dance, guys. We'll come up with something.
You can't be doing a dance for Coach. I don't know if you watched two episodes ago. We had Achieve Physical Therapy, one of our great therapy programs here for the Omaha Beef, who constantly sponsor, and I'm sure Brantley has dealt with Brian and his team. But he gave a selfless plug when he talked about doing a chest bump and pretty much getting knocked the heck out.
Yeah.
So
it's on
you
video.
can't be dancing with Coach. You can't be getting him doing the stanky leg.
We don't want to see that.
I do want to give a shout out, though. We do have Jay Wash in the house. He's outside. He just walked through, and we have Kai Black in the house as well. We want to give a shout out to those who have continued to give to the Omaha Beef. And, of course, you fans that are here at Winchester's Live, we can't do what we do without you guys. Brantley, you came to some of the after-game, post-game parties. What was some of the things that you remember when you came out to Winchester's?
I will tell you right now, they treat you well. They treat you great, honestly. I remember the cheeseburger and the drinks and the karaoke. You know, after getting a dub and having the people up there with the karaoke, it's a good feeling.
Man, you know, speaking of karaoke, one of the best in the biz is Kurt. Dude, Kurt that hangs out with Jeff. Oh, yeah.
I
Kurt.
didn't know that.
Kurt's been up here on this stage multiple times.
Kurt.
Yes.
And our GM, Jeff Sprouse, who's here.
Yes, we appreciate those
My
guys.
first karaoke experience of the Omaha Beef was walking in after the Sioux City game. It was the first game I coached at home, and watching Cam Hunt sing Tennessee Whiskey.
Dude, that's it. There's two songs. He likes that, and he likes Shabuzi.
I can't get that vision out of my head.
Him and Tennessee Whiskey is just one that just resonates with this crowd, and everybody loves it.
Yes.
So we appreciate Winchester's for being our post-game party. PJ Thomas, of course, what do you think is going to be your biggest struggle this year for 2026 that you feel this organization is going to change for you and help you?
My biggest probably be my recovery. Working on my recovery. I'm doing good right now, going day by day. I'm walking. I can do a little jog, but you know, that'll probably be the hardest part.
And then as far as the play style, what's some of the things that you like that really made you think that this was the place that you should be? Of course, I know Coach Negron has said you got to be able to throw, but you also got to be able to get on the go. How does that fit into your style?
That fits into my style off rip, because if I don't see it open, I'm already on the go. I can sling it, but I can also run it too. So,
Brantley, of course, you know, we have a new offensive coordinator and offensive line coach that's taken over, Coach CJ Kane. He's been on this show. We greatly appreciate those that partaked in that show and really got to know him. What's the one thing that you're looking for in this new season to work with him on the offense and kind of maybe get something from him?
Well, you know, I met CJ back in Carolina before he went to Willen. I think he was already signed, but he was coming back to get a award or something. I can't remember. But, yeah, he's a great dude. I can't wait. You know, I think, you know, he learned a lot from Negron and from the other coach from Carolina. I can't remember his name. But, you know, I'm super excited. I know he's excited too. He knows who his athletes are, and you know, and I think he knows that he's going to get the ball in his athletes' hands. So I'm just super excited. I can't wait.
All right. Well, I think we could, you know, you got anything else, Coach, for these two before we open it up to the fans?
Guys, just, you know, from my perspective, you know, keep focusing on your recovery for your respective injuries. Keep training. Be smart. Remember that what you put in your body is just as important about, you know, as the work that you're doing in the exercise room, right? So eat right. And, you know, Brentley, you can relay the message to PJ, and PJ, you can hear from me. You know, it's on when you all get here and report to camp. It's on. You know, I love what Brentley said about, you know, the environment that that he knows I want here, right? It's you can't, you know, admire my owner very much. He said something today, you know, if you want to be ordinary, you can do ordinary things. If you want to be extraordinary, you do the things that everybody else doesn't want to do, right? So, you know, there's a way to do things, and it takes a special player to be able to come here and do the things that we're getting ready to do. So I've got two very special players here, and I'll let the fans take over from here.
All right. Coach Negron with a great message for the boys. We're going to go ahead and open it up to the fans. If you're watching, what I need is we're going to go ahead with any question for our future quarterback, P.J. Thomas. If you got a question for him, go ahead and put it in the chat. I'll go ahead and ask it to him. The best question of the three will get a swag from the Omaha Beef.
We got Loud Cup. Right?
Oh, we got Loud Cup.
That's how we pump
shoot.
sound in, right?
Yeah, this is the pump sound, Loud
Sound
Cup.
pumper.
So if you got a question and you're on the chat, or if you're here, you can come up to stage and ask for our future quarterback, P.J. Thomas. Go ahead. Oh, okay. Nick Carver's got one. We'll let him answer that one, and then we'll decide. Nick Carver says, PJ, what's your go-to karaoke song? Oh, boy.
It's between Tennessee whiskey and yeah, it's probably Tennessee whiskey. I ain't gonna. Yeah.
What is the
Vicky,
deal
we got
with
another
that?
Tennessee
We got
whiskey.
another Tennessee whiskey coming in. All right, that's one question. We got. Okay. We got a fan right in front of us. She goes, PJ Thomas, what is your favorite drink? Alcohol.
Oh, you can't go wrong with the cranberry and tequila.
Ooh, he said cranberry tequila.
Yeah.
Oh, the lady has one right in front of us. I swear on everything. Right in front. That might be the question of the day. All right, we're going to go. Let's see here. I'm going to at least say this. Mom says, can mom getting the first game ball? Will mom get the first game ball? That's a good question from PJ Thomas's mom.
I mean, you better answer this question, right, man?
You better not. Hold on. You better not pull a Coach Kane. That's all I'm going to say. And if you know, you know, because Coach Kane mentioned everybody but his number one fan and his one and only wifey here, our good old media specialist, Nicole.
Shout out to Nicole.
Man, we can't do what we do without her. So, game ball for mom, PJ. Go ahead. I'll let you answer that.
Yeah, of course. Game ball go to mom. If she shows up. If she shows up to the game. If she shows up, game ball goes to mom, man.
You show up, it goes to you. I like that. Of course, we got Hannah with a question. Have you heard anything about the beef before you signed, and what? And let's go off of that. What was it? Ricky, not saying you talked to Ricky, but let's say you didn't talk to anybody in the organization. Did you know about Omaha Beef before?
Yes, Omaha Beef was brought up to me 2 years ago when I first got into arena football.
And who was that, and kind of what was it brought up to you about?
James Moreland, head coach for the Peach State Cats. When I played with Peach State Cats, he used them as an example for where different players can end up going. And he was just saying how they a pack house, you know, they a good organization. They send people everywhere. Yeah.
Oh, that's good news. All right. And then we'll go with Jennifer Davis, last one here. PJ, do you feel intimidated about being QB following Tommy Armstrong?
Nah, I don't feel intimidated. I actually accept it. Because it's going to make me better as a quarterback. It's going to make me better as an athlete. So I got big shoes to fill.
All right. I like that. Thank you. I think this should go to the drink, right? I mean, she has it.
I think she should go.
The winner is here on location. We appreciate all those questions.
Thank you.
All right. We're going to go with Brantley now. You know, if you got a question for Brantley, go ahead and throw it in the chat. We'll, of course, have another
we'll have another
loud cup.
So I think this one should be online. That we did one live.
Yeah. Let's
get it.
get it online. If you got a question for wide receiver Brantley Allen. Go ahead and throw it out there. We're going to go ahead and ask
I
him.
really said that because I only brought one Loud Cup, and I wanted to be able to get the Loud Cup too.
Ooh, Paul, I'm going to ask your question for Brantley. Brantley, before you and PJ, no disrespect, I'm going to just mute you real quick. But Brantley, before you came to the Omaha Beef, did you ever watch a game before? Not
like,
tape, not film. Like, did you ever just check out an Omaha Beef game? That's a good question, Paula.
So if you want to be completely honest, and it's probably gonna make some people mad, but so I was in Carolina, and it was like the first game for Omaha, and y'all, I can't remember. Was it the Warriors?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So I was watching that game, and that was the first game I watched. I mean, it was a good game.
He's talking about the preseason game last year.
Oh, preseason last year when we lost?
Yeah, me and Jordan Barton were roommates, and we were watching.
Oh, I can only imagine how that conversation went when that happened, especially from vet Jordan Barton. I mean, you know, he's a Beef favorite. He's a Beef for life. You know, he'll always
Big shout out
be
to
a
Jordan.
be a part of the Omaha Beef. That's a good part, though. I like that question. Let's see here. Brantley, who's been your favorite teammate of all time? On any team?
That's a hard question.
And
like
you have
it.
to say it in front of PJ, which is right?
Yeah, I'm not even asking PJ's question.
You might hurt his feelings right now.
That's crazy.
Well, PJ, we know it's not you because he hasn't said your name already. It's all right. I still love you. It's all good.
Look. There's a ton of them. PJ is one of them because he is a good dude. But I would say Ross.
Ooh, David Ross.
I will say the Ross is like the most focused individual I've ever met. Like he's got goals and he's set on those, and he's going to do whatever it takes. And, you know, he's younger than me, but, like, I kind of look up to him, like, in a way because, like, that was me a couple years ago, you know? But my time is just – it came after his time, even though I'm still playing.
You know, you're going to like this, right? So he mentions David Ross. There's Brentley. There's PJ. These are guys that have come through – what is considered, you know, developmental football, right? Coming through AAL2. And, you know, this path to play professional football is the hard path, right? So, again, I think, first off, it speaks volumes to the opportunity that not only Omaha provides, but just the National Arena League in general and some of the other pro leagues. We give these guys who could not go the conventional route to continue their careers an opportunity to showcase their talents. And I think it also speaks volumes to our ability to look at talent, right? It's one of the things that I'm really proud of my coaches there about. We look everywhere. Just when you think, and this is advice I'd give to any guy that's playing indoor ball with the goal of elevating. Just when you think no one's looking, someone's looking. Right.
Yeah. Always selling what you do.
Yeah. And so I this is why I'm so adamant about professionalism, how you carry yourself, what you do off the field, because, you know, I look at everything, man. The football, evaluating football talent is the easy part. It's the other stuff that you do that I look at, and I will find you even in developmental league. Look, I found Brentley. You know, we go back to Carolina 2024. Brentley was playing in Peach State. Peach State came to Carolina in an exhibition game. Of course, we thumped his ass. But he was one of the lone bright spots on that team. In fact, he scored in that game, right? And I was like, well, you know, if you scored against my defense, that's a problem. We need to get you in Carolina so that shit can stop. Ooh, excuse me. You know, and then PJ, look, he had a shortened season. Poor kid, you know, he has a major leg injury, but you know, you look at the film, you look at the video that our social media team did the other day when we were introducing them. That's what stood out, right? So, you know, these guys are doing it in what is considered lower level leagues, but you know, the message I would give to athletes that are looking for a shot is we're watching. Just be patient. We're watching.
That's a good message, and it's kind of You know, if you think of the Omaha Beef, it's kind of that minor league baseball thought, because everybody knows about minor league baseball, right? You know, the only way they get to the bigs most of the time, they got to go the hard route,
Right.
the bus rides over the plane rides,
Yep.
the long nights, the early mornings, the stuff that people either want to grind and do, or you decide it's not my time
Not your
anymore.
time.
We'll go out on this question with Brantley for his third question, and this is from, and I think we're gonna call her Mama Thomas now, because she's gonna be a part of the Beef family, and just as there is a lot of other moms that are consistently supporting what we do, we can't do what we do without you supporting us as well. She goes, Brantley, what keeps you motivated to keep going?
That's a great question, but I don't want to get upset saying it, but it's my Nana. She's no longer with us. She got killed a couple years ago, about 10, 11 years ago, and that's what keeps me going.
Man, amen.
That's good stuff, kid.
Amen. We appreciate that. Well, once again, those that are live, we appreciate Brantley Allen and PJ Thomas for joining the show. We're going to get out of here. We're going to invite one of the owners here of Winchester's. We're going to either have Vicky up here. We'll have her take her spot. I'll get to talk to her.
That's great.
Yeah. Oh, you're coming. Yo, don't you worry. Yep. Come on up, Miss Vicky.
Supportable. We can come here.
We'll follow you. But once again, we appreciate Brantley.
Thank you,
we
fellas.
appreciate
Can't wait to see you soon.
PJ, thank you guys.
Yep.
We'll see you.
All right.
There's that pumped in
There
sound.
it is, that pumped in sound.
That pumped in sound of the Slaughterhouse. That Slaughterhouse. You know, man, it's great just to have these interactions with these players.
Yeah.
Time is short here in Omaha.
Yeah.
Some of them, when they travel in, it's very short timing. They're in to play. They have their own outside life. You don't get to know them because they still have to work.
Yep.
You know, so
It's
I appreciate
122 days. They're here for 122 days.
All right, Miss Vicky, come on up.
All right,
Winchester Bar and Grill. Let's
Give it up
go.
Vicky Moser.
Give it up. Give it
Come
up.
on, come on. She taking my spot.
Yeah, sure.
All right,
We'll have her
let's do
take
it.
your spot.
Yeah.
That way you can order
Let's do it.
dinner.
Yes, let's do that.
I'll get us out of here.
There you go.
I'll
There
get
you
us
go.
out of here. All right. We're going to bring in, of course. Yeah. This is what I love about what we do here live. So first of all, we appreciate all those fans that have given questions, that have given the responses and partaked in the show, because without you guys, we can't do what we do. And those that have joined us here as well. And Mama Thomas, we're going to use your question as the question from the fans. So we'll get you a piece of swag. That way you start off. Vicky, first of all, I want to tell you thank you for opening the doors for the Omaha Beef, but also for this live Prime Time Huddle that we've brought to you and the post-game party. So first of all, thank you.
Absolutely. Glad to have you guys here.
Of course, you know, you have a lot going on. And I say this because I'm a DJ of a volleyball league. So you have volleyball league from Sunday to Friday.
Yes.
Then you all of a sudden turn it on for, you got possible beef in the spring, and you invite them in, but you're not just inviting them in, you're inviting the fans in, you're inviting those players in to make sure they get fed and make sure. What is it like on a Saturday post-game party for you, and kind of what has gravitated for you to go, I want this to be a part of my foundation here at Winchester's?
We've had a really good experience with all the players and the coaches and staff that come in here, and to have them back is just kind of a good deal for us. You come in, you bring a lot of energy. Everybody seems to have a good time, and that's what we like to do here. So having everyone here just is pumping us up to do better.
Now, I have to ask, from a bar ownership part, when you look at that first game when we lost, what's the difference between that day and any other day when we win? Because you've been a part of a lot of winning with the Omaha Beef as the post game.
Right.
And I can tell you, you probably felt that energy as well.
The energy definitely was a shift. It was a lot less enthusiasm, but they were all still in good spirits and they had a good time, and they didn't let him. It didn't seem defeated. So they still brought the energy. It just wasn't as much.
Man, and then when you look at what you guys do here, you guys of course have daily specials that people can enjoy.
Yep.
What is the kind of Monday through Friday? Because I say that because those are the times when you might be so busy that this would be the bar and grill you could stop at and get that special. What's kind of your Monday through Friday specials for the folks?
Mondays we have Salisbury steak and cream chicken. Tuesdays is our burger special. It's our burger and fries for $7.99. It's the best deal in Omaha. Not the best, but it's dang close. We also have our hot beef on Tuesdays. Wednesdays are meatloaf. Thursday is pork chops. And then Fridays are chicken fried steak and chicken fried chicken.
You know what I heard in every single thing of that? Something that makes you feel warm, home-cooked food instead of...
It's our Comfort Classic line.
Comfort Classic line.
Yep.
Make sure to check them out here at Winchester's. It's 7002 Q Street, just east of the Slaughterhouse. For you, what has been the favorite and best thing that you have enjoyed these past couple of years? Just getting to know the ownership and just the all-around players. What's been your favorite thing?
Just the charisma that comes with it. Like everybody's just so friendly and happy to be in here and seem like they enjoy it. I just like when people enjoy this bar. I've been around a long time.
Well, Vicky, I appreciate your time. I know we put you on the spot, but we could never do a show here and not make sure that we make sure our fans that are watching both online and that are here on location know how important Winchester Bar and Grill has been for the Omaha Beef. So make sure to check them out. They're open 7 days a week. What's the time frame?
Every day, 11 to at least 10 is our kitchen. And then Sundays we're open 4 to 10.
Okay, you guys heard that right. Come down to Winchester Bar and Grill. Thank you again, Vicky, for hanging out with us and getting put on the spot. There's that little back-end music there for you. Well, what can I say? It's another Prime Time Beef Huddle. And because of you guys, we have been able to do what we do. So thanks for tuning in. We might be back next week. I will make sure that you guys are all updated. Make sure to check out everything that our social media is putting out there, whether it is the Where's the Beef, whether it's the little clippets, whether it's the player signings. We want to give a big shout out to JK Personal Touch and everything that they do for us, because they are making sure you are getting to see not just who we're signing. I mean, anybody can make a flyer that says who we signed. They're making sure you see the film behind those guys. But once again, it is Prime Time Beef Huddle. The standard is the standard, and the standard is Omaha, where we are going to compete and go for another championship here in 2026. Once again, I'm DJ K DuB Omaha, Coach Negron. I let him get out of here for getting some dinner because I held him up. But once again, I'll say it for everybody there. Go Beef!
The standard is the standard. We set the standard.